Okay, aloha.
The follow up. I don't care who it is. Get them on there. I promise you. I regret conceiving children out of wedlock. I don't regret my daughters. I love them both. And one day they will see that. Baby Smurf. I want to see you for your birthday, Baby Smurf. I told you I take full responsibility. I got them pregnant without being married to them. That does not absolve them of keeping my child away from me. Stop letting women off the hook. Stop accusing black men of creating broken homes when you don't accuse women of creating broken homes. They were just as guilty as me. These women kept my kids from me. The evil vegan got pregnant to get even with her husband. She got pregnant to get back at her husband. Who does that? Baby.
Wait. She was married? Was she married when she met Dr. Umar Johnson? So he was dealing with a married woman? What?
She was young. Baby Smurf know the truth. Baby Smurf is lying to protect her mother. Baby Smurf crashed out on her father 2 weeks ago when I was in Sweden to earn her mother's love. Mama Vegan don't spend no time with Baby Smurf. You can tell. Baby Smurf don't act like a lady. Baby Smurf is cursing, jumping on the bed, talking about studs. Her mother not invested in that child. I don't think Mama Smurf been invested in Baby Smurf for about 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Mama Smurf don't. What woman lets their daughter curse in their house? What mother lets their daughter curse their younger daughter out in the house and don't do nothing? Mama Smurf don't care about my child because she my child. But she didn't love her enough to give her to me and raise her right. She didn't love her enough to give.
See, that's, oh man, Dr. Umar Johnson, at least she was there though. That's the crazy thing. She was there, right? And he's so concerned about her cursing. Maybe he should have been there more for her. Today I'm gonna try my best to go like 1 or 2 hours. I don't want to take this very long, but it's gonna be very hard on this one, man. Because last time I tolerated it, I'm gonna try to tolerate it this time. But it just overall how it's starting really bad.
She hated me more than I should have been had that girl. And Baby Smurf, when we meet for your birthday, I want to know what you're doing with the rest of your life. You going to real estate school? What we gonna do, Baby Smurf? Come on now. Come on now. You can't have a father with 6 degrees and you ain't doing nothing with your life. We got to do something, Baby Smurf. Did you talk to Drewski after letting that girl say the N-word? I did not talk to Drewski after the girl said the N-word. I'm messing with a snow bunny. What should I do? You should go to hell. That's what you should do. I'm messing with a snow bunny. What should I do? You should go to hell. That's what you should do. Baby Smurf, don't date men. It's going to be hard for you to respect one. Maybe, maybe not. She's still young. Maybe, maybe not. I have faith in my baby. She'll come back. Our ancestors are with us.
Yeah, is this true that his daughter really is like a lesbian, or is she bisexual? Because that's God's way of kind of telling him something. Because I feel like he was so. This is one thing I always say in life: don't hate a certain group of people. I'm telling you, if you do, let's say you're a white man, like you hate black people. I'm telling you, your kids are probably gonna date black people. I'm telling you, I feel like we live in this weird alternate reality, not alternate reality. This simulation, right? The goal is to test you, what you're willing to like accept, right? And I feel like when you have this thing of like you hate someone because of like, I don't know, their race, right? If you have children, I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before one of them says, hey, you know what? I don't agree with you, and test that, right? So the idea that Umar Johnson doesn't like a specific group of people, right? And now his daughter is part of that group of people. Yeah, that's the universe trying to having the last laugh.
What is your issue with your father? And do you think it's a generational curse? I don't think it's a generational
that's a good
curse.
Question.
I already told you what my issue is with my father. He went behind my back to spend time with my baby girl, even going so far as to take pictures with her. And he also has been on the internet multiple times for multiple years, not too long ago, helping my enemies destroy my character and assassinate me and tell.
Okay. I understand that part then. Okay. I thought it was just because the fact that like his father simply went behind his back and like to see his grandkid. So, well, if him and his pop probably never saw eye to eye. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, please like and subscribe before we get started. Okay, this is just the beginning.
You know what my issues are with my father. Why are you asking? You already know. Dr. Umar, did you see how your oldest unfortunately went to do an interview with Cynthia G? Oh, yeah. Yes, I saw that. Struggle Streamer G, who is a baby mom to a man with 5 baby moms, and she's interviewing my daughter. How'd that work out? You are the baby mom to a man with 5 baby moms, and you interviewing my daughter about me. Can we stop the hypocrisy? And all you struggle streamers interviewing my daughter, exploiting her ignorance for clout, shame on you. First of all, you're not interviewing my daughter. You're interviewing her mother by proxy. My daughter can't answer no questions. She don't know shit. Baby Smurf don't know shit. All she know is what her mother told her. So you're not interviewing Baby Smurf. You're interviewing Mama Smurf. Baby Smurf is the proxy. Part 2, Baby Mama Trauma, the evil vegan.
I agree with that last sentiment because, again, she raised him. So he's only going to understand her side, right? But you not being a father in her life. So how can she understand your side, take your sentiment, right? When you're not even there. So, yeah, please watch my part 1. Yes, like what makes it so different, right? There's a lot of guys that's not there in their life, right? Just Dr. Umar Johnson is just different because of the fact, like, what he's preaching online, what he's allegedly stand for, right? It's like you get a black family and all the stuff. To me, he's sounding like the new young pharaoh, right? It's like black woman is queen and all that stuff, but look how he treats his baby mama. Look at how he's shooting at her, right? He shot at her house. So you have this people that, like, they don't really live their like what the narrative they're putting out there. So that's just what makes it very different because, again, like he's been a person that's supposed to, like, raise, I guess his thing was more raise black boys, forget the black women, right? Black girls, right? So yeah.
Evil vegan. Part 2, Baby Mama Trauma, the evil vegan. My daughters were conceived 9 years, 2 months apart. My daughters were conceived 9 years, 2 months apart. Baby Smurf will be 23 years old in a few weeks. The princess of Pan-Africanism is 13. Baby Smurf will be 23 years old in a couple of weeks. Baby Smurf will be 23. The princess of Pan-Africanism is 13.
Missed it 2 times.
From birth until about age 6 or 7, I tried to work with the evil vegan to get some kind of custody worked out for my daughter. From birth until about age 6 or 7, I tried to work with the evil vegan to get some kind of a custody agreement for the princess of Pan-Africanism, my youngest daughter. I used to go spend time with my baby on grandma's vegan couch. Not no court order. I was just trying to be humble, hoping I would sooner or later get an opportunity to spend some time alone with my daughter. My 13-year-old baby has only spent 1 day in her life with her father away from her mother. My 13-year-old daughter has only spent 1 day in her entire life with her father away from the mother. And that was because her mother had an appointment or she had to go out of town and her mother couldn't keep my daughter. So she allowed me to have my daughter that 1 day. And I remember she said that she had never slept that well before.
Yo, oh man, I think this Dr. Umar Johnson story is going to get darker, bro. To me, it's just like those red pills guy, right? They keep trying to find women in strip club. They keep trying to find women in like very fast lifestyle, right? Women is like, nah, I'm not trying to settle down, right? And then they complain about the kind of women that, like, they're going after. You find a woman in strip clubs, it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to make money, and then complain because, like, she's dogging you out, or she's just like, nah, I'm about my money kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't need a PhD to know that. Wait 1 second. I'd like to interview you on channel regard. Okay. Hey, someone just texted me something. Yeah. I just lost my train of thought. Someone just tagged me in a video. Yeah. Like they're trying to meet these women in this places, right? But like, dude, you could have. Allegedly, he's like, I think it was doctor's degree when he found the second one. You could have make better decisions. I get it. People change. I understand that. You dating someone, all of a sudden she got pregnant. She did a fast one. I got that part. I understand that, right? But it sounds like the story is starting to sound the same, bro. It's at some point it's not them, it's you. I think this story is gonna get way dark, man, because you only had 1 day. There's more to the story, because when she gets out here and tell us why, of course you're gonna say, like, you're gonna try to demonize her, right? That's what Dr. Umar Johnson is gonna do, right? But I'm just saying it's starting to look very, very weird because you picked up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, her one and only night at her father's house, she slept through the night with her ancestors without waking up at all. I remember the evil vegan said that never happened in her house. Evil vegan says she cannot sleep through the night. but her one and only night with her father, and she slept through the entire night. I call her vegan because she's vegan. Her and her mother are very well-known vegan chefs in the city of Philadelphia. They have a restaurant.
Oh, shit.
They were doctors.
Oh, shit. He's trying to dox her. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah, Dr. Umar is trying to dox her. He's trying to get people to look her up. He's trying to get YouTubers to look her up and trying to look up her past. But I'm just saying, Dr. Umar, if they do that and she tells her story, it's going to get very messy for you, because I can tell, like, only one day with your child, dude, it's not her, man. Something's going on with you, okay? And when she tells us that, don't complain.
Rest in peace to the late, great Dr. Sadie. Rest in peace to the late, great Dr. Sadie. They were Dr. Sadie's main people in Philadelphia. Okay, Dr. Sadie would stay with them when he used to come and visit Philadelphia. That's why I call her the evil vegan. I don't want to use her government name out of respect for my daughter's privacy. I don't want to use the mother's legal names out of respect for my daughter's privacy. So let me get right into this with the evil vegan. This is going to blow your mind. This is you might want to sit down for this one. Brothers and sisters, you want to sit down for this one.
Let's go.
And I'm going to say this with respect, because I have to say some things that are very sensitive, but they have to be said so my truth can be told. And I want the evil vegan to understand something. I want baby mom number 2, the evil vegan, to understand something. I want baby mom number 2, the evil vegan, to understand something. When you called my oldest daughter, you put yourself in this situation. When you gave my oldest daughter your number to text you, and I can't even text my child, you put yourself in this situation. When you posted on your social media that I don't see my daughter because I'm too busy running around the world, and I don't keep any of my appointments with my child, you lied on me, and I had to do this. This became necessary.
I believe her. I believe her, man. Yo, I need to, what's the name of that guy? What's the name of the other YouTuber that used to do like so much Dr. Umar Johnson video? What's his name? I need to watch his video. I need to like go back and watch some of his video to like kind of like just brush up my history with Dr. Umar Johnson, because I used to follow him years ago, right? Like during COVID, right? And so far, like what I'm seeing right now is just like, damn, I didn't know he was just this like disorganized, just like this lack of like just this the fakeness is just like it's overwhelming. I guess, yeah, he never built a school, so I was always one of those people that believed that like that school is probably never going to be built, because just how he was going about it, because there were people that wanted to help him, but he just wanted total control and wanted to kind of do it his way. I'm like, well, if you really serious about that school, you would have taken that helping hand. A lot of things just started like going down, and I just saw that. I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna happen. But I will say one thing about Dr. Umar Johnson. He is right about like a lot of like the educational stuff that he talks about, right? Because I think a few months ago, so when I was doing Jaguar Wright content, someone said about how Jaguar Wright is like Dr. Umar Johnson. Like, no, I'm like, I don't think so, because Dr. Umar Johnson, he is right about a lot of things, i.e. the like ADHD and how school medication and all the stuff. So I agree with him with that, and that's how he gets you in. And then he goes somewhere else. Then he goes to like kind of like the white woman is the devil kind of thing. But I'm like, and a lot of things, it just sounds so like very white supremacist like ideology. I don't think he understands that, because again, it's like if a white person says the exact same thing Dr. Umar Johnson is saying, it's like, oh, if it's one of his family members dating a black girl, it's like, oh, you're dating that, like use some of the terminology he used against because of her color. I guarantee people will say like, oh my God, cancel him. But he's not canceled, because again, he's like, it's okay for him to hate on the other group of people. Now, if they hate on him, it's a problem. So I'm just letting people know. So when you agree with Dr. Umar Johnson, like say, oh, like, you don't let you believe in, if you believe like people race shit in the mix, right? There's nothing really wrong with that. But when you start demonize it, right? Because if you believe like, because this is how I see it, right? Even in Nigeria, like if you go to Africa, right? People believe like you should only marry someone from your tribe, and it's frowned upon if you marry someone from a different tribe. It's kind of similar ideology when you like think of like some like race missing. It's like, well, because people believe that it's easy for the family to kind of understand the other people and all this stuff, right? But if I say I hate you, well, that's evil for you to do that. That's when I get like, okay, yeah, you have hate in you. You have other things in you that you need to deal with, because the fact like it's the fact like, hey, it's you don't like someone's because of their race. That's where you start going to like the other like weird places. He understands you perfectly, but doesn't agree with you. Little boy blue 3000. Aloha, welcome. I may be missing a comment because I'm still like trying to like play around with my system. So I have my laptop on the side, and if I'm missing a comment that you're replying to, kind of let me know, okay? I'm trying to get all my comments in one screen, but it's not working. I'm still playing around. Okay, let's go.
You didn't, so here we go. And if anybody wants to interview me with either baby mom, I'm all for it. And you know I don't mess with struggle streamers. You know I don't mess with struggle streamers. You know I don't mess with struggle streamers. But if you can get Mama Smurf or the evil vegan to the studio, I'm coming. Yes, I will do a sit down with Mama Smurf and the evil vegan on anybody's platform. I don't have nothing to hide.
Guys, I would love to do that. I would love to do that, man. I would love to do that, man. Hey, how much is it? How much is it getting done? I would love to do that, but again, was she want like, you got to get security. That's the only problem, because Dr. Umar Johnson, I'm not saying you're a violent human being. Hey, I'm not saying that at all. But at the same time, it's like there's gonna be a lot of like emotion there. So I guess probably just need money for like security, and that's it, right? I would love to do that. I'm a struggle streamer.
Your radio studio, get them on your struggle streamer platform. Get the evil vegan and Mama Smurf, one of them or both of them. It don't matter to me. One of them or both.
Oh, he means vertical. He means like like not like live. I guess I'm thinking about in person. I guess that's what I'm going for. That's the kind of like interview I like to do. Like in person interview. I don't do like of just online, because everyone kind of does it. So I want to do it in person. So that's what I was thinking of.
Anybody think I'm lying? Get either baby mom. This got to be in person. I don't want no Zoom. I don't want no damn Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
Face to face in the studio, and I will be there. You have my word, and my word is born. So, Mama Smurf and evil vegan, same age, same complexion, same birth month, same scam, same keep away. Both of them had daddy trauma. Now, the evil vegan told me.
It sounds like Umar Johnson has daddy trauma too, though, right? I guess that's why they bonded. Yeah, I would love to make that happen. I would love to make that. Let me write this down. 1 second.
To the ancestor. The evil vegan told me that her father, rest in peace to the ancestor, was emotionally abusive to her and her mother and her brother. The evil vegan told me that her father was emotionally abusive to her mother, and her brother. I'm only saying that because I want my young black men to understand that when you date a woman who has baby daddy trauma, you are playing with fire. Make that woman get some therapy or leave her alone, because she will ruin your life. I'm going to say it again. Young black man, I hope you listening to me. When you date a woman who has been abused by her father, who got daddy issues, you better make that woman get some therapy or she will ruin your damn life. Anyway. Me and the evil vegan dated for about 2 years. I met her through an acquaintance at the African American Museum of Philadelphia.
Going back to my first video, right? Dr. Umar Johnson said his first baby mama, when he basically told her that he's not willing to marry her, right? That's when she kind of changed on him, right? So let's pay attention now. I haven't watched this. This is my first time watching this. I wonder if she's going to say the same thing. He's going to allege that she says the same thing. And that's what's going to cause like the deterioration of their relationship. LOL, word is my...
series after me and Dr. Julius Garvey had co-headed the exoneration program for the Honorable Marcus Garvey held by the UNIA ACL, of which I was Minister of Education at the time. The museum enjoyed my facilitation of the Garvey exoneration program at the African American Museum of Philadelphia at 6th and Arch. And we negotiated for me to do a free lecture series. I was introduced at the lecture series to the Evil Vegan by a mutual acquaintance. We dated for about 2 years. We stopped dating when I started my pre-doctoral internship in Ewing, Trenton, New Jersey. Shout out to my Ewing, New Jersey Africans. Shout out to my Trenton, New Jersey Africans. I was in Ewing and Trenton for a whole year from 2008, 2009. The Evil Vegan. She came over my apartment during the internship. We hadn't seen each other for a minute, almost a year. And she told me her father had joined the ancestors. Rest in peace to the elder, the ancestor, no disrespect. And when she told me her father joined the ancestors, she had no remorse, no pain, no grief. And I'm sitting there like, what daughter loses their father and has no remorse? Now, I know she told me he was emotionally abusive. My father was too. But if he died today or tomorrow, I'm going to shed some tears because I love my father. Brothers and sisters, as God is my witness, when that woman came to my apartment during my internship year and told me her father passed and showed me no grief at all, I said to myself, you better never get her pregnant. You better never get her pregnant. If you get her pregnant, you are going to catch hell. We talk about baby mom number 2, the Evil Vegan. And so about a year or 2 later, my dumb ass made the mistake of linking back up with the Evil Vegan. She had an IUD, intrauterine device. She had that IUD in the whole time we dated 2 years consecutive. Never got pregnant, never thought she was pregnant. We linked back up 2 years later, a year after the internship. She came to my apartment. Chestnut Hill Village. She came to my apartment. We made black magic. We conceived a child. The Evil Vegan called me. It wasn't even a week. And she said, I'm pregnant. I said, wait a minute. How are you pregnant?
Again, 2 sides to the story, man. There's always 2 sides to the story. But Dr. Umar Johnson, his side of the story is lots of holes thus far, okay? Lots of just excuses. Excuses. He sounds like he's really trying to sound like, again, I'm saying it 2 times. He's trying to perform a character assassination. He's really going after her character, but it makes no sense because he's not doing a very good job at it. She hasn't spoken already, and I'm already on her side. Again, watch my first video. I don't play that all women are right, all men are this, or all men are right, or I don't play that. I'm not red pill or pink pill, all that nonsense, right? It's looking at each individual story cases, right, and going from there. But you could just tell he's mad about her, right? That's what I'm trying to gauge from this, is mad at her for trying to reach out to a relative of her daughter. And that's what's causing all of this. So he's not looking good at all. Not even close. And yeah.
She said, no birth control is 100%.
That's true. Uh-oh. That's true.
She said, no birth control is 100%. I said, how you know so quickly that you're pregnant? How you know?
Again, this is already his story, right?
And the Evil Vegan said,
so this probably never happened.
I know my body. I know my body. I said, boom, she got you. This was no accident. I've never heard of a woman telling a man within days, that I'm pregnant. And then I say, how you get pregnant with an IUD? You never got pregnant before? This was a one-night stand after 2 years. This was damn near a one-night stand after 2 years. You never got pregnant when I was seeing you every day. She said, no birth control is 100% effective. But I want to give the Evil Vegan a little bit of credit. You know why? Because after my baby girl was born, she admitted in her mama house, we got into an argument over custody. And I said something like, you trapped me. And she admitted it. She finally said, quote, we already have established that. Can we move on? Quote, we already established that. Can we move on? I said, you trapped me. She said, we already established that. Can we move on? So I'm saying to myself,
Dr. Umar, I think somewhere down the line, he really believed that he signed this $200 million imaginary deal that you have women out there trying to trap him. Like, listen, I want half of that. Like, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, dudes get trapped all the time, right? But dudes get trapped all the time, right? We're talking about NBA, like NBA players or whatever. Like, but Dr. Like the way it sounded like the first time he said the first baby mama trapped him, right? It was like around 2001. He was, I believe, still in school, just almost finishing school. Like, so I guess because he has a college degree now, so she's like, I'm gonna trap you forever. I don't think that's how it works, man. I don't think if he said I just signed a $200 million deal and yeah, she trapped me, yeah, maybe, but again, you should protect yourself, right? But the way he's sounding, it's like, bruh, I think he really thinks very highly of himself, but he should. But dude, she didn't trap you, bro. She did not trap you, man. Take responsibility.
Had kept me out of her life. So I'm hoping that the evil vegan is not going to do this to me too, right? Because we've already been through this. Now, the evil vegan was married before. Mama Smurf was never married before me. The evil vegan was married before. Mama Smurf was not married before me. The evil vegan was married before.
3 times?
Mama Smurf was never married
After 3 times.
before me. So the evil vegan and her husband, respect to you, sir. I know your name. I'm not going to say it. I respect you. You have a great son. I always told your son when I was around my daughter that whenever I take her out, I would take him out. Of course, her mother never let me take her out in 13 years. But you have a good son, sir. I got nothing but respect for you. You've never disrespected me. I'm not going to disrespect you. Okay? You're only a part of this story because it's a part of the story. So, with all due respect, and I say this with all grace and respect for the ex-husband and for the evil vegan. They had 2 beautiful children. One is still with us, the young prince. He's the same age as Baby Smurf. They have 1 son. He's the same age as Baby Smurf, respectable young kid. They lost their baby daughter to a tragic car accident. Rest in peace to the princess. They lost their baby daughter to a tragic car accident. Rest in peace to that princess. Beautiful little girl. I saw the picture. No mom, no dad should lose their child. There's no laughs. There's no jokes. There's no none of that. They lost the baby. And we're going to show respect. They lost their daughter. No fault of their own. No fault of their own. They lost their daughter. Rest in peace as an infant. She was an infant when they lost her. She was an infant when they lost her. Rest in peace to the baby. I had to say this because you can only understand why I'm not in my daughter's life if you have all of the information. Because I'm not going over this again unless it's in front of one of them or both of them together. So, according to the evil vegan, the loss of their beautiful child, their daughter, broke up their marriage. According to her, a big reason that her and her ex-husband broke up is the loss of the child. And they got a divorce. From what I have seen,
Yeah, that can definitely happen. Loss of a child can definitely cause like a huge just a huge break in like communication in a marriage, right? It could be like, it just, again, not a psychologist, right? But I can see that happening. Little boy blue 3000 says, sounds like her ex-husband can fight. He doesn't want to be pressed. Yeah. maybe he really do respect the guy, right? Maybe he really do. So, but shout out to her, man. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, it could, but again, a loss of child can be very detrimental to her marriage. So that's one thing I believe he said that's actually true. Everything else, I'm just like, I gotta hear her side, right, and see if it like aligns with some of the things that he said, and then I can go from there if he's telling the truth or not.
they never stopped dealing with each other long term. Let me say it again. The evil vegan and her ex-husband never stopped dealing with each other. They were still involved with each other because I think she told me that she was his first love and he was her first love. I think she told me he was her first love and she was his first love. So they were first loves. First loves, married, divorced. They lost a child through a tragedy, no fault of their own. Rest in peace to the princess. At some point around the time she gets pregnant by me, her ex-husband gets a girlfriend. He gets the girlfriend pregnant with a female child. The ex-husband gets the girlfriend pregnant with a female child. I think y'all know where this is going. The ex-husband gets his girlfriend pregnant. Ain't nothing funny about this, bro. Ain't nothing funny. The ex-husband gets his girlfriend pregnant with a female child. They lost their daughter, and he goes and makes a daughter with another woman. They lost their daughter. He goes and makes a daughter with another woman. That crushed the evil vegan. She was hurt because the evil vegan loves that man to death. She loves him. She absolutely loves her ex-husband. Trust me, no ifs, ands, or buts. I never met him, but I think they were meant to be together for life. I really do. She loves that man. When he got the girlfriend pregnant.
Yo, shout out to Little Boy Blue 3000. The last message I read already says it sounds like he can, the ex-husband can fight. Yeah, I think so too. Maybe I was wrong. I thought like, damn, Dr. Umar Johnson is just like being respectful. I don't think so. I think there's more to it, right? Because so much respect he's given for him. Like, bro, like, what are you talking about? She was with you for like, what, 2 years? She was, if you've believed that like they were meant to be, so what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
child, she was crushed. But hope was not lost because they could still get remarried and have another daughter themselves. Hope was not lost because they could still get remarried and have another child. But guess what the ex-husband does now? Again, respect to you, sir. I can't say you was right or wrong. I don't know your side of the story. It's none of my business. I'm only telling it because it's part of my business now. After the ex-husband gets the girlfriend pregnant with a female child, after the ex-husband gets the girlfriend pregnant with a female child, he decided to marry her. The evil vegan went from hurt to trauma. When the ex-husband decided to marry the girlfriend who he impregnated with a female child, he eliminated forever the evil vegan's dream of reconnecting with her husband and having another daughter. He shattered it. He shattered it. He shattered it. If he never impregnates that woman, all due respect to her, if he never marries that woman, we probably would not have a daughter right now.
Yo, this dude's going somewhere else. He's going somewhere else. That got nothing to do with the price of rice in China. And yo, do you know what Dr. Umar Johnson, he's a very good narrator. Very, very good at it, right? How he managed to just make that BS up. But yeah, shout out to him, right? There's a lot of African folk's tale, right? And the way it's narrated, the way he's like, he tells a story, that's true. They always repeat things, right? So it's all about memory, like trying to help you remember things, right? He has that very style, right? And I kind of forgot about that and kind of live watching him recently now more than before, right? Just like he gives me that like when I was growing up and like some of how the stories are being told, right? But half of the things he's making up, pure BS, because I think he just said like he never met the guy. So like, what are you talking about? Like, if he believed that was the case, right? I would have wore like 2 rubbers just in case, right? And I would have been. I don't want to go too like detail, but let's just say you would take precaution if you really believe that's the case. Like at that time, like, oh, he's with someone with other woman and she's probably do this move on him and he thinks like he's gonna sign a future $200 million deal because she's trying to trap him. Yeah, I would have wore at least 2 rubbers. Okay. Again, FYI, I'm just joking, but 1 and 2 rubbers is actually a bad idea because all that's gonna do it's break both of them. Okay, I'm just playing. Okay.
Ever impregnate his girlfriend? If he never decides to marry his girlfriend, we never have our beautiful baby, and I thank God for my daughter every day. She looks just like her father. Baby Smurf looks just like her mother. I love her just the same, though. I love both my daughters the same. But the princess of Pan-Africanism looks just like Dr. Jermaine Shoemake. She looks just like Dr. Jermaine Shoemake. So anyhow, I didn't know all this.
That's Umar Johnson's real name.
I didn't know this. So we go to the first prenatal appointment, brothers and sisters.
He just made it up.
I want to take you back to October of 2010 when I took over the global Black consciousness movement. I want to take you back to October of 2010 when I took over the global Black consciousness movement. I want to take you back to October of 2010 when I took over the global Black consciousness movement. We conceived the princess of Pan-Africanism.
Well, I finally figured out how to like add the comments. Okay. Yeah, so the comments should pop up here. Okay. Anyway, little boy blue 3000 says, sounds like his ex came. Okay, I read that already. This guy is the king of the red herring fallacy. Yes, absolutely. Also to along with the deflection tactic. Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. Yes it is. He didn't know that at that time, right? So what exactly alluded to him? Like, the story he just gave us, why did he hear from the guy? He never spoke to the guy, right? So why did she tell him, like, listen, I found out my husband's getting married, and I knew my ex-husband's getting married, right? And I knew there's not going to be any probability of us ever like forming a family again. So you need to get me pregnant. Like, it makes zero sense, right? And I think he's literally just first time just creating this up in his head and trying to like see what stick, because it doesn't make any sense at all. And that's why I believe that whatever she's coming with, man, it's gonna be whew. Because another thing too is like, I can preach all I want to, have 2 daughters. I can preach all I want to. I can say what it's like to be a good dad, all that nonsense. At some point, my little girls are gonna become adults, and they probably gonna watch some of my videos like, he's full of it. And if it's so outrageous, they may say, no, I'm gonna address this. Like, this guy he didn't say hi to us. He woke up in the morning, didn't care about us, didn't feed us, didn't make a breakfast, didn't help brush our teeth. It's like he's lying, right? And and again, we live in a day and age where that's what's gonna happen. And the fact that he's online, right, saying all this stuff, right, they have the rights. And I'm telling you, something is coming. Something really big is coming, because that's why he believes he's doing everything possible trying to tarnish their names, and it's not working. Their image, right? It's not working because he's not good at it. I think you can't try to tarnish the image of someone who literally took care of your seed, right? It doesn't sound like these women were like, oh, some bitter person. I'm trying to listen. I'm really trying my best, right? Because I don't pick sides, right? And they don't sound bitter. They don't sound none of that. There's no story of him trying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying, having his law fees and showing us like this receipts of like, I tried everything. She said, no, I picked her up, but here's a video of her abuse. Nothing, none of that. So it sounds like loving people, right? That they're their best. You're talking about she's cursing, but at least she was there. At least she was there. He's talking about the daughter's cursing, right? But at least the mother of his child was there to help out. Like, yes, he probably learned those curse words when she was out doing 2 jobs, right, to take care of her family, to take care of her child that you helped bring in. That you said, you know what, life is too hard. I'm out of here. Let me go try with someone else again, and try someone else, the same exact results, and you just walked away. So you can't try to destroy those images, because that's what people are seeing right through it. So the best thing for him would have done is just shut the hell up. I'm sorry. The cool thing he would have really done in this media age is literally get a therapist. Dr. Umar, if you're watching this, right, before you strike me, right, the best thing you could do is literally get a therapist, right? You guys should document that. Like, show people, because some people are there too that have the same experience. Parents was not there, right? Dad was not there, right? Show them what it's like have a camera there. It's social media age. Have a camera there and like walk through, talk through this process of what happened, right? Because right now what you're doing is not going to work. All that's going to do is trigger them, because how dare you say some of the things you're going to say, and when they were the one taking care of the goddamn child. That's what they're seeing. And all you do is you're creating a monster, because a monster basically means that like it was cool when you were not there, but now trying to tarnish the image, you're going to create a different kind of monster. And I don't think you see that yet. Okay?
2 weeks before or a week after the Chicago interview that made me a legend. The Chicago interview was September 18th, 2010. So we conceived early September of 2010 or the next week after the Chicago interview. So anyway, she says she's pregnant. I beg her, please don't do me like my first daughter's mother. Let me be a dad. I beg the evil vegan, please don't do me like my first daughter's mother. Let me be a father. I beg the evil vegan, please don't do this to me. Let me be a father to my child. She says she wouldn't. We know how that ends up. So we go to the first doctor's appointment, me and the evil vegan. She picks me up. I think she's driving. I drove with her, but I could have drove, but I drove with her. We do the first prenatal. Month number 1, pregnancy number 1. And I had planned to go to every prenatal just like I did with my first baby. I had planned to go to every prenatal. We come out of the first prenatal appointment. We're sitting in her car. Dr. Umar, the evil vegan. Dr. Umar, the evil vegan. Dr. Umar, the evil vegan. And she says, can I ask you a question? I said, sure, baby. What's your question? Can I ask you a question? Sure, what's your question? And this is her question. I need y'all to listen to me. Listen. Listening. She said, I'm working on a movie on my life. There will be a Dr. Umar movie. I'm going to write it up. I'm going to pitch it to Tyler Perry. There will be a Dr. Umar movie. I'm working on it now.
What?
And I'm going to pitch it to Tyler Perry. Anyway.
What? That's what she said?
She says,
okay,
should I let my son, who we are going to call Junior, and the ex-husband we're going to call Senior. She said, should I let Junior be in his father's wedding? His father is getting married. Should I let Junior be in Senior's wedding? Should I let my son be in his father's wedding? And I said, why would you not? That's his father. He should be in his father. If his father is getting married, he should be in the father's wedding. And guess what she said? Guess what she said? Guess what she said?
What did she say?
She said, it is not his weekend for visitation. Did y'all hear that? I'm going to say it again. This is the first prenatal doctor's appointment. This is the first prenatal doctor's appointment. She is pregnant with Dr. Umar's baby, but I'm not doctor yet. I'm 2 years away from that.
Okay.
I'm not doctor yet. I'm a full-time PhD student. She's well aware. I'm the biggest name in Philadelphia Black consciousness. She's well aware. I'm the Prince of Pennsylvania. She's well aware. But I am not Dr. Umar yet. I am not King Kong consciousness just yet.
She saw that. She saw the whole. She saw his prospect, right? Oh man, this is bad, man. Dr. Umar, this is looking bad. I now understand why like people that are famous have like those people to kind of represent them, or like have agents to kind of like what is it called, publicists, right? Because if you just let a normal person like really say how the fuck how they really feel about certain things, they come out looking like insane. Because right now a publicist would have really helped them out to just shut the hell up, because this looks insane. All right, it looks and sounds insane. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. Like, what does the fact? Yes, again, and let's. I doubt she even said that. I doubt she said that. Maybe if she probably did say that, but probably something in the marriage that probably happened for her to say that, right? We don't know that. There's no context to why she would even like have that kind of conversation. But again, it's very important to know who's telling the story, right? When you watch it from like the protagonist's point of view, right, or watch it from the antagonist's point of view, two different perspectives, right? And we can see from this perspective, like, again, we hear from Dr. Umar Johnson, and I can tell you there's probably a lot of like misleading like narrative that's going to be thrown in there, because I think he's going to allude that. To me, knowing what I know about him, again, a lot of things I forgot about him, he's probably going to use that, say, well, if she treats him that way, she's going to do me like this. But again, you've been with her for 2 years. There's no other red flags. So
let my son be in his father's wedding. And I said, yes, that's his father. And she said, it is not his weekend for visitation. Brothers and sisters, my mouth dropped wide open. I just had an epiphany. My ancestors just brought me the clue to this whole pregnancy out of the mouth of my daughter's mother. My ancestors helped me solve the whole pregnancy. That was divine intervention. What is the chances of your baby mom being so reckless and so careless with her mouth as to ask you on the first prenatal visit, should she let the son be in the ex-husband's wedding? And when you say yes, she says it's not his weekend for visitation. I said, oh my God. This woman is trying to catch me up in a love triangle. And then she tells me, you're supposed to marry me because I'm your daughter's mother. Deja vu.
Oh, no.
Mama Smurf Part 2. You're supposed to marry me. I'm your daughter's mother. Deja vu.
Oh, no, you didn't. Yo, Dr. Umar's writing a book. I'm telling you, this is not real. This is not real, bro. Yo, this dude is funny. I'm sorry. If you believe all this stuff happened, I'm ready to sell you a bridge, man. So 2 years you date this lady. He's like, okay, she probably asked you why you're not together with your first baby mama. And you're like, listen, she tried to make me marry her when I got her pregnant, right? And like, I'm not doing that. I was not gonna do that. And now she's like, oh, I know how to get out of this. Let me say the exact same thing. Or come on, Dr. Umar's writing. Is this some ChatGPT like 1.0 version and really don't know about good storytelling yet and use the exact same thing? Come on, bro. Come on. Making meaningless connections. Son. Yeah, making meaningless connection. Yeah. Yeah. But this is one thing though about Dr. Umar Johnson. How can A leads to B and then C? This is one thing about Dr. Umar Johnson though. When you say mental issue, like what are you referring to? Like, I feel like at some point we all have something. We all have some kind of mental like issue, but I don't. Because again, it's like when you hear him, like it's one thing I was kind of give him credit for. Like when he talks about like mental illness and like how school treating education, I'm with him 100%, right? When he talks about like when he started going to politics and some of the things that sound like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's just like to me, it's just like what happens to like he really got us right with like the mental issue, illness or mental like how school treats mental illness and ADHD. He really got me there. Like if he writes I think he did write books about that stuff before, right? I'm with him. I never read that, but a lot of things I've watched him on interview, right? Observe him, very spot on, right? But I don't think some of the stuff is just like a lot of things when he like his personal belief. But like, okay, let me try to like say this true. If someone, let's say someone is like a PhD, right, and he's a playboy, right? That's how I kind of see him. I don't think it's more like a mental issue what he's saying. Some of this stuff. I just think like something is like he's trying to rationalize his bad behaviors, right? Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm wrong," take accountability. He's trying to blame the other people. I guess, would you say that's a mental issue? Like if you have a PhD and you're a playboy, right? You're like having different partners each night and not really telling them. I'm not talking about a playboy. I say, hey, listen, I'm single and I'm going to do what I want, right? Like I'm talking about lying and all that stuff, right? Do you think that's a sign of mental illness? Right? Because if that's the case, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we can say all of us have mental issues some kind of way, right? I just feel like there's a lot more to him. Like he lacks accountability. He's good at certain things, but lacks accountability. And again, maybe a little boy Blue 3000, maybe again, you've observed him a lot more than I have recently because I kind of stopped watching for years until recently. So I'd like to hear your opinion anyway. So if you want to hit the link, let me know. Let me try to see if I can drop the link. So if you want to say something.
And then she says, you're supposed to marry me. I'm your daughter's mother. Deja vu, Mama Smurf, part 2. And I told her, I am not going to marry you because you want to get back at your ex-husband. You do not bring children into this world to make other people jealous. Your husband made you jealous by getting that woman pregnant, and then he made you more jealous by marrying her. So you get pregnant by me to get even with him. You get pregnant by me to get even with him. You get pregnant by me to get even with him. And then I'm supposed to marry you because he married her. And when I told her I'm not.
Ah, Dios míos. Little boy Blue 3000 made a statement. How can A lead to B then C? And this is what it's referring to. Like, what is he talking about? Oh, yo, what is like? Again, if it's, I know this word is thrown around on the internet, like narcissist and that word, but man, sometimes like online, a lot of narcissists, man. That's why it's thrown around a lot, because how does, like, what he says made absolutely no sense. Like that, literally what he's just like, he's he's a assertion of like, what? I'm so confused. I'm really confused. I think this is a story he's just telling. It makes no sense whatsoever.
When I know you doing this as part of a love triangle revenge tour? You want me to marry you as part of a love triangle revenge tour? You want me to marry you as part of a love triangle revenge tour? No. So guess what, brothers and sisters? When I told her I was not going to marry her just because she was pregnant, and I wasn't going to marry her so she can get revenge on the ex-husband, guess what she does? She cuts me out all remaining prenatal visits. I was not allowed to attend any other prenatal visits. I begged her, let me be there for you. She said no. She said no. She said, I do not need you. When I drove back from Harlem, New York, October the 30th of 2010, when I became an instant legend overnight, I was on the phone with her begging to go to the next prenatal. October, the day I blew up in New York City. When I drove back to Philly that night, I was on the phone with her begging.
Little boy blue 3000. Is Dr. Umar diagnosed with any mental illness? I'm curious. If you know, let me know, okay? Let me see how, again, I'm trying to figure out how to drop this link.
She wouldn't let me go to no prenatals. I went to all the Baby Smurfs prenatals. Only the first prenatal for the Princess of Pan-Africanism. I went to all of Baby Smurfs prenatals. Only the first prenatal for the Princess of Pan-Africanism because the mom kept me out. And then she tells me the due date. I said, no problem. I will be there for you. She said, I'm not having my baby in the hospital. I'm having my baby in the birthing center. I agreed with that because when Baby Smurf was born, they gave her mom a C-section. And I didn't think her mom need no C-section, but her mother took that epidural. And I told Mama Smurf, don't take that epidural. And Mama Smurf took that epidural anyway. And the doctor starts saying it's messing with Baby Smurf heart rate. So we got to hurry up and cut you open so there won't be no birth complications. And so Baby Smurf was born of a cesarean section because Mama Smurf wanted to be hard-headed and not listen to a baby daddy. Baby Smurf was born of a C-section because Mama Smurf wanted to be hard-headed and not listen to her baby daddy. So when the evil vegan says, I'm going to have my baby at the birthing center, when the evil vegan said, I'm going to have my baby at the birthing center, I said, no problem. When it's time to go in, let me know. I would have knew when it was time to go in, but she never allowed me to go to no more appointments, and I'm about to tell you why. So 2 weeks before the evil vegan is due to give birth to my baby, I call her up. I says, hey, evil vegan, you're about to have a baby in 2 weeks. I want to be there. Tell me what the plan. Am I picking you up? Are we going in a few days early? Do they have to induce? And she says, with no emotion at all, my daughter is already here. My daughter is already here. My daughter is already here. I said, excuse me? She says she's already here. She was born a few weeks ago. I said, why didn't you invite me to the birth of my child? I didn't think you wanted to be there. How in the hell did you think I didn't want to be there when I told you I wanted to be there, when I begged you to go to the prenatals and you kept me out of the birth of my child? I was so upset. I said, can I come see her? She didn't let me come see her initially. I think she waited a few weeks and then she finally let me come over Grandma Vegan house to see my daughter. When I finally saw my daughter, she was more than a month old. Remember, I'm the first person to touch Baby Smurf. The white man gave me my daughter first, Baby Smurf. The real vegan denied me that chance. The real vegan denied me the right to be present for the birth of my baby.
Again, there's a lot of like complexity with giving birth and yeah, I have to pause it too. Sorry guys, I have to pause it. I'd love to just let it play, but that's not how YouTube work. So this video's reviewed under fair use doctrine, right? So there's a lot of complexity to giving birth. So the idea, like why she had a C-section, I'm not really gonna talk too much about that because again, there's probably her side to the story, and she can choose to do that. And you're giving birth to a life. You know what I'm saying? Like this is one of those things I don't like. I feel like as men, we have to kind of like just fall back on. You can pick up if you believe that, like, yeah, women, you don't believe in C-section, right? Find a woman that believe in that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes things, complexities happen. Like yeah. Again, I'm not a doctor, right? So that one I'm just gonna skip out, right? But again, it's just a fact, like, it's the exact same thing that he said about his first baby mama. Now is using the exact same play. It's just like, it's just really sad, right? And like Little Boy Blue 3000 says, yeah, I don't know, like he doesn't know if Dr. Umar Johnson was like diagnosed with any like mental illness, right, or mental issue, right? And he says, yeah, he just act like a Looney Tune, right? To me, I just see a person that lacks accountability, and and you could tell in some things too, like he likes to play with words. He's very creative. So he creates all this like imaginary like situations too, because some of the things that he just like alleged, right? I feel like it's something he literally create in his head. But again, is that not a sign of mental illness? I guess I always think like people that have I always consider mental illness like people that believe that like, oh, the government is watching me, or like they believe that they're being observed for no reason. Like I'm like people like just like they work in a grocery store and they feel like they have the secrets, like the secret something that the government want from them only, right? But so that's why I'm not really consider some of the things that he says mental illness. I just feel like it's someone who literally a man that lacks accountability, that no one really taught him that. He never really hold himself accountable. Says, hey, I messed up. I need to stop making excuses. I need to do what's right. Okay. And that's why you see this sad story of like, dude, this is, if Tasha K gets a hold of his exes, man.
My vegan house. When I go over grandma's vegan house, I see my baby and I knew she was mine because I had a dream. I had a nightmare that my baby was suffocating under a car. And it was the ancestors telling me that my daughter had birth complications. And then the real vegan confirmed that she had birth complications. And I told her, I saw her in my dream. The ancestors thought, while you was giving birth to my daughter, my ancestors came and told me you was having trouble, but I didn't know it was you because they had a car. You were represented by an automobile, so I didn't know it was you. But looking back at the dream, it was the birthing table. And my daughter almost was suffocated by her own umbilical cord, according to the ancestral dream that I had. So I knew she was my daughter. But I told the real vegan that we have to get a blood test. I just need to be sure. And she didn't like it, just like Baby Smurf, deja vu. Mama Smurf, deja vu. She didn't want no blood test. I said, listen, you didn't let me go to no appointments. You didn't let me come to the birth. Oh, and guess what else, brothers and sisters? The evil vegan? She didn't give my daughter my last name or the middle name. She didn't give the princess of Pan-Africanism the last name or the middle name. I named my baby a Zulu name, just like Baby Smurf has a Zulu middle name. And you know what the real vegan told me? The real vegan said, my brother does not like that name. What? My brother does not like that name. Now, her and her brother are like 2 years apart. She's older than him. And she told me that my daughter, can't have the African middle name I chose because her brother don't like it. What the fuck your brother got to do with me and my child? What does your brother got to do with me and my child? What does your brother got to do with me and my child?
I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
So she didn't give my daughter my middle name. She didn't give my daughter my last name. She didn't invite me to the birth. She didn't invite me to no maternity appointments. I was completely isolated.
Jesus, yo, what kind of person is Dr. Umar Johnson, bro? Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. What kind of person is... Because what I'm getting from this is like... The women in his life are literally trying to protect something. They're trying to protect their kids from him. They do, like, what's going on? And he's alleged that he hit his the first baby mama, like Dr. Umar Johnson. That's what I mean by like he's not holding himself accountable, because it's better for him to just come out right now and says, hey, I was wrong, and say, hey, I want to teach young men like making this kind of mistakes. But whatever he's going right now, that's why I feel like he's trying to just tarnish their image. It's not gonna work, because none of this shit makes sense. The brother says this, and now he doesn't. Like, first of all, like during the pregnancy, you guys never really talk about name, like really have a name finalized, and it makes no sense. But some people are gonna buy into this nonsense. Some people are gonna buy into this nonsense. This is sad. If he treats his family, his child like this, you think he gives a F about you? I was gonna curse, but you think he give a F about you? This is not a situation where he's dealing with a very hard to deal with partner. This is not the situation. This is not like one of those like red pill and this is none of that. This is what I've observed is just a man that literally likes some women, got involved. When produce a child, he's like, nah, this is not what like his responsibility stopped right then and there. But he's going online telling people how to live their lives. He's going around basically trying to raise funds for a school that's never going to be built, right? I'm sorry, never going to be like actually put in started, right? Because the school, it's there, right? But in terms of like what's needed, now he's not ready to do all that. It's just one big grift. But what sucks is the fact like he spent a large sum of his life doing this, and I feel bad for the next 20 years of his life, because let's say something happened with his YouTube channel. Let's say something happened to like his social media. He's done. So he spent his whole healthy life, right, just basically grifting. So what happens when the money runs out? What happens when the social media people, you don't have access to the people to continue to get that money? What happens when you have a serious like health issue and you don't have the insurance? Like, how are you going to get proper help, right? Because he probably doesn't have any savings, because he's probably spent on women trying to do the exact same thing. And again, I wonder how many childs are out there, right? But it's like, what kind, like, but this is someone who, like, again, like, he has something. He really has something. He has some kind of intellect, right? But it's just like was wasted on like, because he wasn't able to like really hold himself accountable. That's what I'm getting from this. It's really sad, because listening to him, oh man, like listening to him, and if he really would have taken like the help that needed to like start a school, and really would have helped there, like be there for his family, because you can't try to help young black boys that you don't even know, but you don't help your family. That's crazy to me.
I believe with all my heart that the real vegan was not sure if I was the father or if the ex-husband was the father. Listen. I believe that the evil vegan was not sure if I was the father or if the ex-husband was the father. And because she was not sure if I was the father or if the ex-husband was the father, she kept me completely out of the picture in case I was not the father. Did she tell him he was the father while she was pregnant to try to sabotage the wedding? I don't know. Did she tell her ex-husband that he was the father to try to sabotage the wedding? I don't know. But what I do know is I don't think she was sure. And she did not want me playing daddy only for me to get a blood test and find out later that I was not the father. She wanted it to be the ex-husband. She wanted to destroy his wedding, and she wanted her family back. She wanted to destroy that man's wedding, and she wanted her family back. She wanted to destroy that man's wedding, and she wanted that family back. So I know she didn't want me to be the dad. I was just the rebound. She wanted him to be the father. But in case it wasn't him, she needed me to believe I was the father, and ultimately I was. And when I decided not to marry her, in her mind, what do I need you for? I have my replacement daughter. You can kick rocks. All I needed you for was a replacement daughter. I lost my daughter. I always wanted another one. Thank you for the baby. You go have a nice life. I lost my daughter. I always wanted another daughter. Thank you for giving me a daughter. You can go and kick rocks. I lost my daughter. I always wanted another daughter. Thank you for the daughter, Umar Johnson. You can go and kick rocks. If you're not going to marry me, I have no need for you, because after all, I'm in love with my ex-husband, and I'm still mad that he got his fiancée pregnant and is going to marry her. Y'all want to know why she kept me from my daughter for 13 years? Now you know. Now you know. And let me give you a little anecdotal evidence. One day, I'm on grandma's vegan couch.
Okay, again, anecdotal experience. This is evidence, okay? Evidence, guys. So this is what we're looking for. Some receipts, okay? Oh, man.
Until
I feel bad for him. Because when it's their turn, he's going to cry the victim.
7. Until I had to become full-time caregiver for one of my loved ones. So I didn't have enough time to keep chasing her. She wanted me to chase her forever. When I stopped chasing her around 6 or 7, she took me to child support court. The real vegan took me to child support court when I stopped chasing her. She was having fun. She was having fun with me begging to see my daughter. She was having fun with me having couch time at grandma's house with my daughter. She never let me spend time alone with my daughter. And when I stopped chasing her around, she took me to child support. I can no longer fight because I had to take care of somebody who I love near and dear to my heart full time. And that's a lot of work. And I just couldn't do it no more. Hoping that she would just one day call me and say, let's make this work for your daughter. This is not right. She never called. So one day I'm sitting on grandma's couch with the princess of Pan-Africanism. One day I'm sitting on grandma's couch with the princess of Pan-Africanism. And her ex-husband fiance calls her. Her ex-husband fiance called and she says, I'm coming to pick up Junior. Can you have him ready? I'll be there in about 45 minutes. I'm watching this whole conversation. I'm sitting on the couch with the princess of Pan-Africanism. She on the phone with the ex-husband fiance. She says, I'm coming to pick up Junior. I'll be there in 45 minutes. She said, no problem. I'll have him ready. Do y'all think she told her son that his stepmom was coming to pick him up? She didn't tell that boy at all to get ready. Your father's wife, fiance, coming to get you. She waited till that woman got to her house. I saw the whole thing, y'all. I saw the whole thing. She never went upstairs. She never called them, texted them. She never went upstairs. And I'm sitting on the couch like, this is crazy. I'm sitting on the couch like, this is crazy. That woman told you to have her stepson ready. You told her you would. You don't do nothing.
Pay attention. Pay attention though. He was with her for 2 years, right? So he's telling me he didn't see none of this. So for 2 years while he was with her, she didn't do none of this. Or maybe he never saw her or never saw the son, right? Because maybe some women are prefer that way because they don't know him, right? But when he was dating her, right before before the child came in, like none of this ever happened. Like low key, this is where I usually would stop here, because I just feel like this is all Disney DuckTales. Like the story he's telling doesn't even make any sense. Like he's trying to this is a man that lacks accountability. This is what happens. Like, yo, instead of saying, yeah, I messed up. I should have been there. I was concerned about, like, again, go to a therapist and talk to the daughter, because right now, whatever he's doing, it's not going to work. I'm telling him, right? Because what's going to happen is going to be tick for tack, right? You're going to do this and then she's going to respond and then it's going to go back and forth, right? At the end of the day, your daughter's going to win. I'm letting him know right now. His daughter is going to win, right? Because the reason why I'm saying so is, like, I don't expect his daughter to do anything or say anything, right? Or in context of like there's no expectation from her. The expectation is more from Dr. Umar Johnson. This is the person that goes online every day, tell people how they should live their life and this and talking about this and black boys and what we need to do. Like, you're trying to be a role model, right? Your daughter's not coming out here to be a role model. That's what I'm saying. I don't expect nothing from her. He is the one that's portraying this image to the public, right? And now we see it's all a facade. And now we see it's all a way for you to grift, right? That's why I said his daughter's going to win at the long run, because there's no expectation from her. But for him, more was expected. And it's really sad I don't give a, you want to be concerned about strangers' baby and black boys, but you don't give a shit about your own daughters. Why? Because they're not boys? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is. He's like, well, the woman would do that. So if you had a boy, like, do you know, be crazy? What would be a plot twist if he has a boy and do the exact same thing? I'm like, damn, this dude really don't give a crap. It's not even really a boy or girl issue. He just don't care, right? He just want to swing it all over the place. But don't come online trying to tell people like how they should live their life when you're the biggest grifter and just like, it's like a hypocrite. It's just an understatement. Right? So that's like me coming here right now and tell people like, hey, every Sunday you should go to church, you do this, but hey, Sundays is God's day in church, 6 hours. In the meantime, you peek into my life, I'm in a club. The good club that opens on Sunday in the afternoon. Or I'm walking back. But my point is, it's just when you come to the public and preach this higher than thou kind of thing, and then people hold you to that standard. Stop complaining, bro. Stop complaining. And that's what, because right now it's just I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the spins he's trying to have. I'm sick of the Disney DuckTales. I'm sick of like this episode. It's just like, bro, like this is it. Damn, bro, this is it. Because when he comes to the school stuff and preaching like ADHD, all that stuff, yeah, he's preaching. But this right here is not it, bro. This is not it, man. He needs a master's degree for this, because maybe he instead of going and getting a PhD, maybe he should get a PhD for parenthood. This is not it.
And she calls her, I'm outside. She says, okay. She calls her son and says, your father's fiance is outside. Start getting ready because she's taking you for them for the weekend. Or whatever. And I'm sitting there like, this woman called you an hour ago. This woman called you an hour ago and said she coming to get her stepson. You don't do nothing to get that boy ready. And at this time, he's probably what, 8 years old, 7, 8, 9. She don't do nothing to get that boy ready until the woman shows up. She wanted to aggravate the woman by taking all day to get her son ready to go to the father. And I said, I'll be damned. I said, you are still in love with that man. I said, you and your ex-husband need to get back together because y'all going to hurt a lot of people. You and your ex-husband need to get back together because y'all going to hurt a lot of people playing with people's emotions like this. You love that man. You had a baby by me to get back at that man. You need to stop this crap. This don't make no sense. That woman didn't do nothing to you. Absolutely crazy.
So sad.
So let's talk about the blood test. Let's talk about the blood test. She does not give me a blood test for more than 6 months. My daughter was around 6 months old when the evil vegan decides to give me a blood test. She had to wait because she wasn't sure if I was the father or the ex-husband was the father. She had to.
Again, I haven't heard her side of the story. If this is true, sometimes it can be some women can take it very, like, as if sign of disrespect, right? Because again, because of the fact that she was married to the ex-husband and like losing a child kind of like broke up the relationship. I don't know. So I don't want to even like play around in this arena, because I just feel like the narrator, right? The person telling the story right now is not true. Is not a truthful narrator. So I can't really say a lot of things he's saying is truthful. So I'm gonna like just be reserved on that, okay? Because I don't think if she did take 6 months, it's probably again going through like giving birth and looking at him like, damn, like what the hell? Now I'm stuck. And just realizing that, what the hell did I do? And it took her 6 months to kind of just get out of that depression. Maybe she had post, right, after giving birth and going through something, and now trying to hear like the guy, Dr. Umar, he wasn't a doctor at that time, right? Trying to hear Umar Johnson say like, oh, well, we need a blood test. And she's like, wow, are you serious? So again, I wasn't there, but it's just the narrative right now. I don't trust his version of like the story, okay?
Or the ex-husband was the father. So when the baby started to look like me, she gave me the blood test. I walk into the house.
Baby does not look like you in 6 months. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. What are you talking about? This is bugging, man.
I walk into the house. She has a nasty attitude. She starts yelling and
all
screaming.
Baby looks the same.
She's there. Her brother's there. And the grandma vegan. And I said, I don't know what you got a problem for. Only reason why you got pregnant is because your ex-husband got his girlfriend pregnant and decided to marry her. She went off. I said, I don't know why you tripping. Only reason why we in this situation, you got pregnant because your ex-husband got his girlfriend pregnant and decided to marry her. She told her brother, get him out. I want him out. Get him out. And I told the brother, respectfully, you're not getting nobody out of nowhere. I'm here for a blood test, and that's what we're going to do. Then Grandma Vegan, she says, Umar, you shouldn't say things like that, Umar. No. And I said, Grandma Vegan, you know she got pregnant for the ex-husband. The brother knows she got pregnant for the ex-husband. She knows she got pregnant for the ex-husband. I know she got pregnant for the ex-husband. And she says, Grandma Vegan says, but Umar, you shouldn't say it. Grandma Vegan never said I was wrong. Grandma Vegan never said I told a lie. Grandma Vegan never said I was wrong. Grandma Vegan never said I told a lie.
Adios, mios.
Grandma Vegan never said I was wrong. Grandma Vegan never said I told a lie. Brother Vegan never said I was wrong. Brother Vegan never said I told a lie at the blood test. The evil vegan never said I told a lie. The evil vegan. Nobody once said in that house, when the white lady snow bunny came to do the blood test, it was a snow bunny from a company that I paid for to do the blood test. Snow bunny. Nobody said, you are wrong. Everybody was shocked that I knew the truth. Everybody. Grandma Vegan was shocked. You could tell by the brother's face, he was shocked. The evil vegan, she went crazy, so you know she was shocked. They didn't know I had put it all.
Oh my God. This is really Dr. Umar Johnson saying this? Oh man. The disrespect, man. Oh yeah, little boy blue 3000 says he never said his daughter lied on him, right? He just makes excuses, man. I have nothing to say, man. Or like, could you imagine? So I have nothing to say. It's real. It's and this was made a few days ago. When was this video posted? This video was posted, I'll say like 3-4 days ago. And this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Women too, be careful who you pick, man. What's her name? There's a divorce court lady. She's always say this, right? Before you marry someone, date them and study them. Keep dating them and study them and keep studying them, because you can pick a partner, right? This lesson's for men and women too, because you could pick a partner like Dr. Umar Johnson and think, yeah, he's doing his thing, but like understand how he thinks about small things, like small things that you feel like can lead to big things. Understand that. Let's turn into a dating show advice right now. Observe people. Really observe them, because right now it's like when you give birth, you're saying that you're gonna spend. You're basically connected for life. If you decide, hey, I never want to see him ever again, guess what? When you see that child, I guarantee that child is going to remind you every single day. Or same as a man. If you say, well, I'm not going to be there, but guess what? You know inside that there's a connection right there. You could choose to deny your responsibility, right? But I guarantee you the one day it's going to come knocking on your door, right? And what's just so pathetic is just like, man, it's like he really wants people to like to see like a woman just gave birth and you're like, yeah, the reason why we're here is not because of my actions, it's because you want to trap me. You wanted to trap me. I didn't wear rubber because it was your job. Like, it's crazy. How can you even like, that's what I'm saying. I guess I'm not as smart as him. He got a PhD. But it's just common sense. Again, this lesson should be men and women. Don't look at from one side, because you pick a partner and you decide to have a child with them, you're stuck. Pay attention. It's not about the education. Sometimes a lot of times, like the most educated people right now sometimes don't even have one goddamn college degree, one high school degree, right? But they're more rational than someone who has a PhD. So all that stuff means nothing when it comes to like literally saying, hey, my life is going to be connected with this person until I'm no longer on this planet. I meet my ancestors. I understand one night stand. I get it. But like in this situation, that's not the situation. That's not what we have here. That you didn't really know the person. Like, damn, I didn't know she was like that. It's like, like we got it on and we found this. Like next thing you know, we could not get our hands off each other. I even probably find that more like understanding of whatever this is right now. This is a man that's supposed to like, you know what I'm saying? Like supposed to be more reason, like more rational. and she thought she was doing her thing, but little did she probably ignored some of the signs, like, yo, something is really not there. Yes, he's good at studying, knowing what to like recite, and when it comes to like certain things, like when you hear Dr. John, like when you recite certain things, like, damn, he's spot on, right? But just logically, if it doesn't come to memorization, logic is not there anymore. Because what I'm hearing is a very illogical, like, oh, human. Sorry for that lecture, but it has to be said, man.
I had already. What mother doesn't let the father go to the prenatal visits? What mother doesn't invite the father to the visit? What to the birth of their child? What mother doesn't give the father the middle name or the last name? And then when I asked her my daughter's birthday, she gave me two birth dates. When I asked her for my daughter's birthday, she gave me two birth dates. When I asked her for my daughter's birthday, she gave me two birthdays. I didn't find out the real birth date till I went to family court. I didn't find out the real birth date until I went to family court. Now check this out. The evil vegan wants to go to Disneyland with the children. So the evil vegan, I comes over there, couch time, because I was coming over here like every day to be with my child.
At first, I thought it was like funny when he was calling the evil vegan. I don't find it funny anymore. I find it very disrespectful. I think she needs to lick back and not being bitter, but like literally tell her side of the story, because it's not funny anymore. At first I was like, evil vegan is like just a contradiction, just the oxymoron there, right? Evil vegan. But I don't think it's funny anymore, because of like what he's trying to do to her image. I don't think there's no comedy in that at all anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna end very soon, because this is sad.
Let me take my daughter alone. She said she was too young. Bull crap. I had baby Smurf as an infant. She's not too young. You just ain't want me to take her at all because you a control freak with daddy issues. I understand.
There's something there, bro.
She says, I'm taking
two women, probably more. I don't want to go there. There's something going on, bro. I really hope, like, yo, like, what do you guys think? Two women, like, hey, listen, I don't feel safe with you with the child, or is it because he's abusing them, or, dude, I don't know. Let's not go there. Let's not go there, because he's a man. I don't want to do that to him, right? But it's a little bit weird.
I want you to go with me. I'm taking the children to Disneyland, and I want you to go with me. I wanted to go, brothers and sisters, because this would have gave me time to spend with my daughter, but I couldn't go because I said, if you go to Disneyland, you are leading this woman on into thinking you're going to marry her. And you know you're not going to marry her because you know she only got pregnant to get even with the ex-husband who she's still in love with. So you know you're not going to marry this one. So I wanted to go to Disneyland, y'all, but I couldn't. I told her I can't. She kept asking me. She kept asking me. She kept asking me. And I
crazy. This is no comment, man.
Nobody, I'm telling the truth, so I'm blocking you. I didn't slander nobody. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, he slandered her.
And I didn't go to Disneyland. And don't get me wrong, she allowed me to visit my daughter at the grandmom house. There was no visitation order. There was no supervised visitation. I never had that for any child. You struggle streamers need to shut up. Nobody had no damn supervised visitation. So I would go over there.
This little boy blue 3000. Sorry, my tone is changing. I'm shocked. Every chance he has to be there. This is what little boy blue 3000 is saying. Let's do Dr. Umar Johnson. Every chance he has to be there, ladies and gentlemen, every chance he has to be there, he finds a reason not to be. I repeat, let's do Dr. Umar Johnson. Every chance he has to be there, he finds a reason not to be. Can I get an amen?
At the white Quaker school, I went to the meetings. When she started kindergarten, I went there. She said to teach at first grade, I think, too. She said that they thought that my daughter had a speech problem. I said, if she got a speech problem, we're going to get a private speech eval, and I'm going to pay for speech out of my pocket. So I was involved with the Princess of Pan-Africanism until about 6 or 7 in very limited fashion, though. She's 13 now. So for 6 years, she has not seen her father. And I want to say this to y'all, and it does me no honor to say this. It does me no honor.
This, I have no respect for him. I have no respect for him. Not even one bit. Not even one bit. Yeah, I'm not interested in an interview. I'm not interested in like giving him. No, I'd rather just do a commentary and just like, I lost all respect. Because the school thing, at first, I just felt like people don't understand there's a lot of money involved, right? A lot of, so that's why it was kind of weird when he wasn't taking help. I just figured like, yeah, he's trying to like grift. Well, later on, I'm like, at least it's monetary stuff. But when you come down to a human life, right? Again, you could tell. That's why I started finding it very disrespectful when he started talking, like later on, as soon as it go more and more, start calling Eve a vegan. I'm like, someone that took care of your child, bro. Like, I get it. People, like, I'm a man. I get it, right? I have 30 siblings. 30 siblings. I get it. I understand that, right? But when you preaching that pro-black stuff, African stuff, do you know what family means in Africa? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you know what family means in Africa? You preaching that like African, all the stuff, and what he's talking about, a lot of the belief Ogun. That's what I believe. That's what I was raised, Ogun, right? And again, in terms of I don't believe in all this stuff, but like in terms of I was raised, I was born there, so I know a lot of stuff he's saying. I actually see a lot of things, but if you understand family, and for you to just completely. I get it. I'm telling you, some women, like, I get it, but it's not, this situation is not even the women at all. So I'm not doing that like, oh yeah, I didn't get a chance because I'm not hating on no man. No, I'm not hating on no black man because there's nothing here said that I'm like, oh hell no. Yeah, he's right. I don't care what no one says. Nothing here said. And then to like put salt to the injury, he's calling her the evil vegan, just trying to like tarnish her image, do all this stuff, and it's like, bro, she took care of your seed. While you were out here trying to tell us what to do, I have no respect for him. No respect, man. No respect. No, a little boy blue 3000. His funeral is going to be very lonely. Probably not. Probably not, man. There's one thing I realize in life. Like some of the most evil people have a lot of followers. Look at the devil. Look how much people follow him. And when they go, so a lot of people, I think a lot of people are probably going to be there because you know why? Because in life, there's a lot of people that think like him. They don't reason. Like, again, if he would have said something like, this is the first time I'm observing it. You can see my face. I'm surprised. Like, yo, this dude, the fallacy in his thoughts is just insane. And again, this is someone, if this was a normal person that says, hey, I'm doing my job, I'm coming to YouTube, giving commentary. Yeah, I get it, right? But he spent his life, like, so far, since like he's been online, like, talking about this pro thing, like, helping black boys. And like, is this what you're going to teach them in school about responsibility? Like, giving birth is one of the biggest thing out there. I get it. Like, if you don't know her, like, you come to know her, like, yo, she and I, we can't do it. Like, we stay in the same room, and it's like, we need to call the cops. I get that. There's none of those stuff here. But I feel like there's a lot of things missing because they have receipts. They have supporting documents to show, like, hey, this person here, if he goes too much insane, they're gonna like show the receipt, like, hey, oh, you want to play? Let's show some receipt. Let's really show who handles who, whatever, right? Because there's nothing he said that just made me feel like, oh my God, these people, like he picked the wrong people. No. So far, what I'm getting, like, he's a very messed up human being. But because what happens is, like, because he's more popular, he's trying to use his influence, right, to go after them and make people kind of feel them, look at him a certain kind of way. Because this is nutty. I'm not going to come out here like this is how we're going to, none of that nonsense. No, I'm going to tell you my personal anecdotal experience, right? And you could take something out of it, leave something out of it. I can study some few things. Hey, about, I don't know, if we have some kind of, is there any kind of issues in trending, right? I could talk about that, right? For me to come out here, preach about a certain lifestyle, talk about why alcohol is bad and all this stuff, but as soon as I leave here, I'm drinking. It's like, what the hell? That hypocrisy is a no-no. And when people call me out, I'm like, how dare you call me out? And I'm trying to use my platform to kind of like, it's trying to silence you. That's absurd. Man. Yeah, but little boy Blue 3000, his funeral is probably gonna be packed because again, it's like you got to realize in life, it doesn't matter how messed up you are. There's a lot of people. I'm talking about logic, like how you think, like how like demonic you are. There's a lot of people that support that. So I would not be surprised. Some people like actually, again, he gives no reason why you should go after them or why he wasn't there. Some people are still gonna be there because just how life is. It's really sad.
I'm not sure if my daughter knows that Dr. Umar Tunde Oguntade is her biological father. I am not sure if my daughter knows.
And one thing that like surprised me was the daughter not even knowing his real name, right? You could say, well, I know some people are gonna say, well, that's the mom's fault. No, it's probably not. It's not the mom's fault because she's probably so used to seeing him online and saying that like, call him Dr. Umar and forgot the fact like, hey, that's his name is not even that. Like she didn't know like his real name. It just goes to show you how he was not even there, but he was online. I get it's a job. I get it. That's what he has to do to bring in income. But like, bruh, if you were talking to a bunch of strangers, caring about a bunch of strangers, you could talk to your family. Family being, again, I get it. Some family members, I got family members that talk about they were gonna give me something for Christmas and they never did. I'm not talking to you. I don't care if I'm online or no. I'm gonna skip your message next. But I'm talking about my children, mom and dad, I got it. They got, you know what I'm saying? Things happen. Maybe before like they go away, they reconcile, whatever. But children and not being there at all, come on, bro. Don't try to like.
Tade is her biological father. I am not sure, and I feel embarrassed to say it, but it was out of my hands. I am not sure if my 13-year-old princess knows if Dr. Umar Tunde Oguntade is her biological father. And the reason I'm not sure, unlike
Ogun is God of iron. In where I'm from, I was born in Benin City, Nigeria, right? Everyone names I feel like start with an O. Like my real birth name. So if someone try to dox me, you're not gonna find it anywhere. It's Obaro. Obaro. So he's having a Nigerian name is kind of funny. And yeah. Oh, start with an O.
Spent more time with me than her mother her first 6 years. Baby Smurf spent more time with me than her mother her first. So Baby Smurf have to know me. Okay. Baby Smurf but my princess, she was only in my house one night and she was an infant.
What the hell?
Yes, I was around for kindergarten. Bruh? I was around for preschool. I think I was around for first grade. But that don't mean she know I was her father per se, because if your mother keeps you from your father that much, did she tell my daughter that her ex-husband was her father? Did she tell my daughter that some other man was her father? And if the evil vegan has told my daughter that I am her father, if the evil vegan has told my daughter that I am her father, what excuse does she give her for why she doesn't see me? Now, Mama Smurf told Baby Smurf a lie that I assaulted her. She ain't got no police report. She ain't got no restraining order. She ain't got no arrest record. She lied. So Mama Smurf lied and told Baby Smurf, I put hands on her. God is my witness. I never hurt a woman in my life. Ancestors is my witness. I never hit a woman in my life.
So you hear first, okay? Dr. Umar Johnson says he's never put a hands on he's never ever put a hands on a woman, okay? So just in case there's any receipt later, so I can always come back here and cite this.
Lie. Because that's enough for the child to stop asking questions. My father beat my mom. I understand.
Exactly.
So what is the evil vegan telling my daughter? What reason is she giving my daughter for why she hasn't seen me? I would love to know this. What do y'all think? What excuse do y'all think? What excuse do y'all think the evil vegan is giving my daughter for why she does not see me? It ain't bad for my brain. I don't have a brand, sister. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I'm not a struggle streamer. I'm a Pan-Africanist. So brothers and sisters, I don't know if my daughter know I'm her dad, even though she looked just like me, same complexion and everything. And if you know the evil vegan, if you live in Philly, you know who she is. You know the restaurant. You know her and her brother in real estate.
Okay. So to summarize this, right? So I see what he's doing there, right? So if that's the story, if the story is true, if his story is true, which to me, I'm observing the person like basically narrating his story, right? And there's a lot of holes in there. If the story is true, right? It did happen that way. No, actually, I don't believe it. I don't even play with that anymore because I would hate. This is one thing in life I never try to do. Like really try to make the image of someone who's very like humble, or not humble, like who's very like honorable, right? Like the mother being there for the daughter and he not even being there at all, right? And then even trying to tarnish her image. I don't want to play none of that. I don't want to play part of that story at all. But let's just put it this way. He's basically alleging the fact like, hey, he didn't really do anything and the mom intentionally took the baby away. Okay. If she did that, I just don't want to, I don't see it. I don't see it because of the reason he used. Again, this is Dr. Umar Johnson. If it's someone else, again, I like to like treat each person differently. So I'm not gonna use a blanket statement for everyone, right? It's the fact that he makes the exact same excuse for his first baby mama, and now to the second and say, "Oh, I told him I don't want to marry them," and that's what kind of really broke everything away. It's just I'm not buying that, right? So now saying he literally did nothing. The first baby mama, maybe it's alleged hidden, alleged abuse. This one is nothing. And she just like up and walked away, say, you know what? I want to have a child with no father figure there at all. And now the way he told the story, I now understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to say, well, it's potentially could be the husband. That's why she did that. The first one, maybe we can email us. I got the feeling maybe like abuse was there. Again, I don't know that. I was not there. Right? He did. Again, I'm saying what he said. He alleged that she alleged, right? But for this one, the second baby mama, I think that's why he told the whole thing with a story. That's what he was really trying to convey to us, right? That maybe she's trying to hide the fact that he's not the baby father. But again, guys, if you're not paying attention, if you took notes, didn't they get a blood work done? Didn't they get a blood work done? Right? So that was kind of because trust me, by now he would have mentioned that to say, hey, we did a blood work, that's not my baby. So thank you very much, right? But all that and kind of just glance over that. So that's all part of distractions, the magic trick. Look, hey, pay attention to this hand, but meanwhile I'm doing something with this hand, okay? It's all a magic trick. Okay, he wants the viewer to believe that, like, yeah, maybe there's something there. That's why he kind of like ended this way, right? But you know that's your daughter. You know that's your daughter. So there's something else you did, all right? It's something else you did. So she's gonna hold on to your daughter, to your child, right? To make the other one guy believe because she told the other guy that he's the father. But you did blood work, right? Pay attention to that.
If you ever come across my daughter, tell her who her father is. Tell her who her father is. I tried to reach my daughter on social media, but her mother has all of her accounts blocked, and the only friends she allows her to have is family. Did y'all hear what I just said? I've tried to reach my daughter on social media, but her social media, for those of y'all who know her, all of her friends are her family. Her mother doesn't allow her to communicate or interact with nobody outside of her. These are very controlling women. Mama Smurf and the evil vegan, these are very controlling women with daddy issues. Very controlling women with daddy issues. Very controlling women with daddy issues. If anybody knows where they are, please let me know. I want to roll up on the Princess of Pan-Africanism. If y'all know the school, let me know the school. If y'all know the address, let me know the address. But I'm not sure if my baby know who I am. That woman has went out her way to keep me away, partly so the ex-husband could come back and hit that whenever he want. Partly so the ex-husband could come back and hit that whenever he want, married or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna get bad for Dr. Umar Johnson this year. It's gonna get bad. I'm just letting him know what he's saying right now is probably gonna make them want to like tell their story. And when they do, watch him play the victim. Observe that.
But of course, she got daddy issues, abuse issues, and of course, she only used me for her replacement daughter. She wanted a replacement daughter. She got her replacement daughter. She wanted a replacement daughter. She got her replacement daughter. And she has no need for me, brothers and sisters. And unfortunately, my daughter's grandmom doesn't have enough integrity. Unfortunately, my daughter's grandmom doesn't have enough integrity, just like Baby Smurf's grandma. They didn't have enough integrity to say, stop this mess. These girls have a right to know their father, and you need to stop this mess. Neither grandmom stood up for their granddaughters. Both grandmothers supported their daughters in alienating the father. So black men, don't marry no woman if you have not figured out their mother. Black men, don't marry no woman if you have not figured out their mother. Black men, don't marry no woman unless you figure out their mother, because both of my daughter's grandmothers helped their daughter, supported their daughter, and encouraged their daughter to keep them away from me. Court is not the answer because they don't enforce the orders. Now, I heard in some states like Texas, I heard in Texas, if the mother does not produce the child, according to the custody order, she will go to jail. I ain't heard of no.
Little boy, Blue 3000. He refused to be there when given opportunity. Her mom doesn't need to make up a story. Yeah. But this is one thing about social media, and I think that Dr. Umar Johnson understands this. If you repeat a lie over and over and over and over again, that's what he does with Dr. Two Times. Some small group of people are going to start believing you. Sometimes become a large group of people. Look at the president of the United States. He repeats a lie over and over and over again. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it says, hey, it's wrong. It doesn't matter. He's going to keep like doing that. So the fact that like he was given an opportunity and just some of the, oh man, I was supposed to be done like with this like 10 minutes ago, but let's see if we can do at least 10, 15 more minutes. Okay. And that's it. Okay. I'm not going to go past 2 hours because this is, I look forward to them having the both baby moms. I look forward to them telling their truth because I plan to cover that. Really plan to cover that because, but sometimes they may not be ready now. So whenever they are ready, I plan to cover that because it's not good for just have this false narrative that is using this repetition, this brainwashing like a technique to try to just get people that's going to hear her side, just kind of like already have this pre-notion of like she's wrong or she's this already, and that's what he's really trying to do. Just try to like just it's just what was that word, that legal word they use? Basically, what celebrities are trying to do is like before like they go to court, they try to like have the society kind of like saying like, hey, I wish I could super chat. Yeah, so, no, it's fine. It's fine. Like and share is awesome. Okay, I want to drop a link. Okay, what is it? Is it what is it called? Do you know the word that's called? Basically, like what you're trying to do is you're trying to like it's this legal definition. This word again. I lost my train of thought, but when I think of it, I was gonna say it.
The father in violating the court order. Maybe I'm wrong. Philadelphia brothers.
Drop the link.
Do I have any Philadelphia brothers whose baby mom got locked up because she didn't let you see your child? It didn't happen for me in 10 years. And she violated that thing damn near every other week. So I don't know how it is in Texas. Maybe in Texas, y'all have a better family court system. Maybe in New York, y'all have a better family court system. Maybe in Baltimore, y'all have a better family court system. Maybe in Atlanta, y'all have a better family court system. Maybe in Oakland, in Los Angeles, in Detroit, in Chicago. Maybe y'all have a better family court issue. But in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, ain't no mother going to jail because she don't let you see your child. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. I wish I lived in Texas. If I lived in Texas, we won't even be having this conversation because they know they would have went to jail. Philadelphia, those women don't care. What did you hear me just say? They are not arresting no mother. They never arrest the mother. The police come to the house. They fill out a report. You take it to family court. You file contempt. The judge calls her down and tells her, don't do this anymore. No punishment, no fine, no arrest. What are you talking about? The police do not arrest women in Philadelphia if they don't let you see your child. That is a lie. So I run into Grandmom Vegan at the veggie fruit produce up there. What is that? Wayne and Germantown and Shelton something. I run into Grandma Vegan one day, right? And Grandma Vegan says, hey, Umar. I ignore her. Grandma Vegan speaks to me again. She says, hey, Umar. I ignore her again. Grandma Vegan speaks to me again. Hey, Umar. I said, I'm not speaking to you. She said, why? I said, because your daughter don't let me see my child. You know this, and you don't do nothing about it. She says, I didn't know she wasn't letting you see your child. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You just wasn't woman enough to admit that you didn't care. Yes, you did. So Grandma Vegan says she didn't know that the evil vegan wasn't letting me see my child. So I tell Produce Junction, Wayne Avenue, Produce Junction, shout out to my Germantown Africans. I'm a North Philly African, but shout out to my Germantown Africans. Green Street, Produce Junction. Y'all know what it is, Philly cats. So I asked Grandma Vegan to arrange a meeting with the evil vegan so we could come up with a custody agreement and child support. I was willing to pay child support as long as I could see my daughter for 1 day a week. Let me ask my sisters a question.
What? He's gonna negotiate. You're not seeing your child, right? Because you chose not to do that, and now the child needs, it needs resources to survive, and you're like, well, I'm gonna tell you the rules of negotiation. That's not happening. Anyway, I dropped the link. So if anyone wants to hit the link, this is again, this is new for me too, the stuff that I'm using. So if you want, it's not like StreamYard. So if you want to click on the link, I'm not sure exactly what it's going to walk you through, but just click on it and it should take you. If it works, just let me know. This is just a test anyway too. Okay, perfect. Let's see, 5 more minutes and let's go.
My daughter for 1 day a week and paying child support. Do any sisters see a problem with that? 1 day a week to start, and I pay child support. Do y'all see any problem with that? Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Does anybody see any problem with me just asking for 1 day a week, and I will pay child support? So we go to Grandma Vegan house to talk about custody. I'm happy, y'all, because I'm thinking Grandma Vegan ain't going to do me like my oldest daughter Grandma did. My oldest daughter Grandma didn't give a damn whether I saw my daughter. So I said, I hope Grandma Vegan, she might be better. I'm like, okay, Grandma Vegan. I'm like, damn, I got somebody on my side. This going to be good. This going to be good. So I get hyped. You know what I mean? I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, my daughter Grandma, I'm going to make her daughter let me see my child. I get over there. I walk in that house, and they don't talk about nothing but money. I said, Grandma Vegan, you told me I was coming over here so we can talk about me spending some alone time with my child instead of sitting on your damn couch. She said, yeah, but the baby need money. I said, no problem. I told your daughter I'll pay child support. I said, how much is the child support? And we came up with a number, and I was supposed to get my daughter the first time. I came over there to get my daughter, and she told me she's not going with you. I gave her the money. Stack. Boom. I gave her the money. He go, your child support, I'm paying you every month. We agreed. This is.
I watch Judge Mathis and Dr. Umar Johnson. The worst mistake you made thus far was not putting yourself on child support. I love watching Judge Mathis, right? Now it's all reruns, right? So I don't watch it as much as before. The worst mistake you made and right now is not putting yourself on child support. Because when they go back, it's going to start from day one. The back child support, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Again, please know your rules out there, man. If you think you're gonna get someone pregnant and gonna negotiate the fact, I'm gonna give you $50. And she's like, nope, that's not enough. And you say, you know what? Take it, and that's it. And that's all I'm gonna have. You have another thing coming for you. You have another thing coming for you. If the child turns 12 and you never, even if you give her $100 a day, $100 a week, it doesn't matter how much you gave her, $2,000. and she said you never gave her anything, you're gonna pay all the way back child support all the way from day one. So the fact that she's even negotiating right now, right? Oh man, he should have been happy. The worst thing right now he doesn't realize, right? So if she goes to again, I'm not sure if this is done formally, right? If it is, they can go all the way from day one, because children does not feed off love. Okay, they need resource. Okay, saying I love you every day does not automatically make the child full. Okay, and just saying, well, I'm gonna see my child, and again, that's because of who's narrating the story. That's I'm a little bit like more leaning towards her, because I just don't trust everything he says, man. A lot of things I don't trust what he said. I just feel like he is trying to use his platform to get the public, right, to go against her, right? I don't really trust him to say, well, he's a father that really wants to see his kid. I feel like he wants, maybe he does wants to see his kid, but he doesn't want to have any responsibility to seeing the child too. And that to me is a no-no, because of the fact that, like, hey, it takes time and resource. She's not charging you for time to see your child. She's charging you for the resource needed to keep that child alive. And if you do not understand that, and you're trying to raise a school for a black man, I don't know what to tell you.
But one day a week, I gave her the child support. She said, my daughter is not going with you. I tried to stay out of court because court don't work for me. I went through it 10 years with my oldest. They don't enforce the order. It's a waste of time. You get an order on paper. No enforcement. No enforcement. So when we get to the house with Grandma Vegan, I'm sitting on the couch, and Grandma Vegan says, Umar, you raising your voice. I think you're about to get violent. I may have to call the police. Oh. I said, what? I'm sitting down. I didn't say nothing about violence. I didn't say nothing about fighting nobody. I didn't say nothing. I'm sitting down. Grandma Vegan standing up. The evil vegan standing up. I'm sitting down talking about wanting to see my baby. And Grandma Vegan says, Umar, you getting loud. You're getting angry. I think you're about to get violent. I may have to call the police. I said, deja vu. Mama Smurf part 2. Deja vu. Mama Smurf tried to get me locked up for something I never did, using fake pictures. Her and her mom doctored up with makeup, when the real guy who busted the windows out and threatened my daughter's life, she never took him to court. Never took him to court. Never took him to court. Here I am sitting in my daughter's grandmother's house trying to establish some custody so I can spend some time with my child. And the grandmother says, I might have to call the police. And the grandmother says, I might have to call the police. And guess what I did, brothers and sisters? I got up and I walked out that house because it felt like a setup. I started to feel like they brought me to that house to get me angry, call the police, and get me charged with some type of, what do they call it? Domestic abuse, or intent to cause domestic abuse. I didn't know what the real vegan and the evil vegan and Grandma Vegan was trying to do. I got up out of there. I got up out of there, brothers and sisters. So I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer. I have a whole lot more notes. I told y'all she gave me 2 different birth dates for my daughter. She never told me my daughter's full name. I had to get it from court. She gave my daughter her last name.
She was hiding from him. Oh, yes. Let's see. You hit the link, right? Can you hear me? Oh, perfect. Do you want to be on camera? I see you here. Do you want to be on camera? Let's see. On a sign. Do you want to put your volume? Okay, he's gonna be my case study. Perfect. We have someone hit the link. You actually gonna tell me what to do, because it's the first time using this, and I'm using a software called Streamlabs. So this is let's see. Show on stream. Perfect. Can you see me? Or you want to be on camera or no? Okay. Okay, got it. Yeah. No, I like to ask everyone, so I'm gonna, let's see how I take you off. Do you want to, you can turn the camera off, so I see you. Okay, perfect. Oh, brilliant. So what exactly did you do to oh, is that easy? Perfect. Okay. Because I used to use what is it, StreamYard before, and that was relative very easy to do, right? But Streamlabs, I feel like this is a lot more robust software, so I wanted to try it out, and it gives me an ability. If you ever want to do YouTube, it gives me an ability to do like dual streaming, right? So you can stream horizontally and vertically at the exact same time. So it looks like I'm streaming twice if you go back to my YouTube page. Ah. Got it. Yeah. So welcome. My first. So what do you know about Dr. Umar Johnson, like in terms of like your experience with him? Yeah. Seriously? What exactly about him that just gave you the you think that he's a clown? I see. But okay, so did you follow him like in terms of like his belief about school, or more about like just overall his like his marriage and all that stuff, or was it just got it? Same here. Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree with that, right? But I found him same thing. I found him through the school, like. But when I started hearing like what he said about like education itself, like ADHD, right? Because I have ADHD, and in terms of like diagnostics and all this stuff, I was like, yeah, I do kind of like I didn't understand what some of the things he was saying, and then he kind of got me with like, hey, the school, and I'm like kind of looking some of the things that he said about the school. Well, okay, you want to have a certain kind of school here in America, right? Got that, I understand that, right? But it's just the way he was going about doing it. I just feel like, yeah, that looks like a grift because he never really wanted help, right? It's just like his way or the highway. And if someone provide assistance, is like, no, I don't want to do that. He just want to kind of always do it his way. I'm like, well, how do you get the capital to kind of do so, right? And he just always wanted donation. Like now, what I'm seeing now is like, I feel like I feel like his intentions is definitely never was to really be to school, like what I'm observing, right? But in terms of like, did you ever believe that he was able to like the school was gonna be done, or scam? And this is yeah, oh, I never believe. Yes, objective like analysis. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just not. I know, but what's really sad, I feel like I think you were saying how like you feel like he has some mental right. Do you want to go more into that because I just feel like he lacks accountability, right? Yeah, take your time, take your time, take your time. Yeah, no, it sounds perfect. That's why I want to listen on my phone just to make sure it sounds good because I hear you good. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Yes. But yes, exactly. Exactly. If you keep everything too abstract, it's just there's no way our brain will function, right? You just the neural it wants to connect something, right? But do you think I guess the way I guess your assessment is probably going to be is yeah, yeah. Okay, I agree with you then. I agree with you. Okay, I see what you're saying. I guess I'm so used to like people that would say like the government is watching me, right? I used to like people will say, hey, this person like, but this person like, it's not like someone who has a top secret clearance, right? But someone who literally works in a grocery store would say like, the government is trying to see what I'm doing. Like, wait a minute, what exactly do you do? That's what I'm used to, like those kind of people like coming to like irrational like kind of a decision or irrational kind of way of thinking. So with him, I feel like I guess it's a little more rationale there, but it's just I guess his personal life. I guess you can see like there's something not there because I feel like I need more to the story a little bit because if I hear the ex-wife speak and says, well, this never occurred, then I'm probably going to come to that conclusion like, okay, I see what he's doing here. He's literally just creating this because it goes back to exactly what you're saying, just out of nowhere kind of thing, like irrational kind of decision making. So hope that makes sense. Oh no no no! You're right. Like. What is your take on the whole video? Like, what do you think he's trying to do? Because I feel like he's definitely trying to do personal character assassination on her. Because at first I thought it was funny, the evil vegan. Now towards the end of the video, I don't think it's funny anymore. Because it looks like she did what she's supposed to do as an adult, and he's trying to like character assassinate her. So, what is your take on that? Okay. My daughter was born. Each pay period I put into a 529 plan. This is like for education, like $100 each pay period, right? I get paid twice a month, right? So that's just for now. That's just for a little bit for education for like 18 years from now, right? The idea of like just giving $50 is just absurd. Like $50. That's if you say, hey, if he said I'm giving $50 towards our education each month into like some kind of retirement stuff, I would say okay, I understand. But he's literally for food, water, shelter. It, you have no idea how disappointed I am to hear that. Yeah, I don't. That's, I don't know. Houdini. I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. But like, yeah, I don't know. I do you think there's something else brewing like coming up? Because I feel like maybe because again he probably knows something is about to happen right before he makes this video. Do you think there's something else coming up? That's why he's trying to do what he's doing now. Hmm. Yes. Yes. Erratic like behavior. Yeah. Yes. Or it could be she probably like watched them a lot too, because she's trying to look for a daddy figure. Like, hey, but yeah, you're right. Like both of them, I was waiting to hear him say like something about them. So I'm like, oh, well, I can kind of see what Dr. Umar Johnson's saying. And so far, I was like, no, like there's nothing there. Like very classy. They could have easily came online years ago, right? And just like, oh, whatever, he's a scammer, right? But they were being classy and still not saying anything. Yes. Yes. Oh, do you have a video? Could you recommend me a video or somewhere to watch about his dad? Or if I just search Umar Johnson's dad interview, would I find that? Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do that then. So maybe I will do a commentary on that. Okay. And kind of does he talks about like Umar Johnson like his childhood? Okay, got it. So it's not even a salacious like thing his dad is saying. It was just like literally his probably opinion about the school, and Dr. Umar Johnson doesn't like that. That's yeah. This is I don't know, man. Do, I hope I do hope one day like the baby mom like goes out like I hope they not in a salacious way, just tell their story, right? Because I don't think it's okay for him to just like say all these things about them and them not like kind of saying some things, right? Because his child is gonna watch this in the future, right? So they don't have to like, I don't know, go and like slam him like, oh, he doesn't do this, right? But just kind of say what happened. And so that way we can have two sides to the story, right? What do you think about that? Yes. But I guess I'm a believer. Like always have your narrative, your input out there too, not just for like the YouTubers, just also because the reason being is like, believe it or not, in few months, if you keep repeating the same thing, people are gonna believe it. Right? They're like they don't have to like go out there and say, well, like he's a liar all the time. Just like listen, like just say like, hey, how they met, and basically, hey, did they try to like stop him from seeing the child, and just show like, no, they never did, or they did, and this is why, and just kind of move on to the story, and then he's gonna probably spend the rest of his life, probably of course trying to discredit them, right? But at least having that out there instead of just leaving him to his a narrative right now to control how people see them. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 At least with him though, like, at least we don't really know him per se, but at least with the baby mom, like he gave us like a like a roadmap to go find her, right? At least with him, he never really said anything. So it's like I'm not sure if she was remarried or the situations with her, but like I feel like it's just his a lot of negativity was more sparing like his baby mama. So and just to kind of like tarnish the image and just for the child too, because again, we're in a day of like the internet and this lives forever. Like just like you said, like a few years ago when you first saw him, I probably can still find those videos. So they kind of live forever. So you can have that counter kind of argument out there. So yeah. So thanks for being here. If you have any like interesting like video about Dr. Umar Johnson, just like let me know. Drop the link and definitely let me know. And thanks for being the guinea pig to my live. So if it's that easy, that's perfect. Then so because stream, have you ever do you live stream or because you should do it, man. You should do it. I think everyone should have a YouTube channel. I think everyone should like everyone have a different perspective of seeing things and just like we live in a day and age where I feel like have being on social media is a way to like market yourself or just like be out there, network with people. So what's your take on that? Got it. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I come from I used to be in a sector where where that's the game, that's the name of the game. Knowing everything about you. So the reason why I left it was too toxic. It literally was too toxic. And do you know Jaguar Rights? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, she's not trying to go to court. Jack actually asked me for an interview. That's why I looked at my phone down. Oh, yeah. No. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. No, you don't understand the sector. You do not understand it. You do not know Jack. You do not know Jack. You do not know Jaguar rights at all, man. Yeah, and yes, I do feel like if I'm actually gonna make a video about that, how to protect yourself, right? You can file stuff anonymously, right? So you can be online anonymously and collect your check anonymously. There are ways to protect yourself, right? So I understand exactly where you're coming from, because yeah, you're right. Like, someone cannot like your opinion on certain things. It can literally try to ruin your personal life. That's how it works sometimes online. So I get what you're saying, right? But yeah. Yeah, but it's fun though. Like, it's fun. You can, I guess for me, FYI, I love technology, right? Just like you, when you say you're playing your game, right? I have, this is my Retro 5. Retro 5, right? I just bought do you know what that is? Yeah, this is handheld. Like, I have like, I love retro emulation, right? I just got the Odin 2. This is a beast. It's like it's a handheld gaming, right? But there are different types. One of them is more like PC. Yeah, exactly. I was playing PlayStation 2 in like almost 4K quality. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so this is what I like to do. I like tech. I like cameras, right? But the reason why I'm in the sector and just overall entertainment is just like, this is a way I can use what I enjoy, right? To tell like this kind of stories. Like I spend more time, right, with my cameras, right, getting that together than sometimes like the Dr. Umar Johnson like story kind of say. It's my way of telling myself. So like, whatever you like, if you like gaming, you can do that. Yes, you're not gonna get paid up front, but at least network. So you never know what 10 years down the line. Because I wish I started YouTube earlier, right? Because I've always like consume it, right, but never actively participate until recently. So yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. You don't have to be all that, but again, you never know. You never know. Maybe I know some streamers like do gaming, all of a sudden years later do fitness or fitness gamers. I know there's a strong what is it, tight shirt Terry. He does camera reviews. He used to do gym, then he moved from like fitness to like doing like camera reviews, and that's how he makes his living now. Just like simply doing YouTube for reviewing cameras and getting paid to do so. So yeah, so you never know. So at least if you start and just kind of like, I don't know, again, it's really up to you. But I always recommend everyone probably start a YouTube. Everyone start a YouTube. It's fun, and now more than ever, yeah. So again, any final words? Thanks for your time, because I'm gonna go soon. Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. And thanks for being the guinea pig. So I guess it's really easy. So I'm going to start doing that going forward. So yeah, if you know any good stories, let me know. Okay. If you can watch, I talked about different things, and now it's like, I'm trying to use more AI to kind of like do some stories and like do some, anyway, you're going to see it coming soon. West, who's that? Oh, no, never heard of him. Okay, never heard of him. Say what? And now, I gotta check it out. I'm gonna have. Oh, okay, I see. But is he talking about prison like in a positive aspect, or he's more like stay away from it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta check it out. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Leave some names. I'll check them out, and maybe I can do some commentary on this. So, again, thanks for. Okay, yeah, and again, check out. Definitely, again, think about starting a YouTube now better than ever. And another thing is, like, if you're gonna buy anything, buy them now. It's gonna get very expensive due to tariffs coming up. So if you want to get your games, get all the stuff now, because it's gonna get insane price that we've never seen before. So oh no, they've never seen someone like Donald Trump. They're not gonna do it. They've never seen someone like Donald Trump. They're gonna go. They're gonna go with him. They're gonna go with him. Because what you've never seen before with someone like Donald Trump. He's like he's big in the Republican Party, and Donald Trump is the first person to literally intimidate you. He unleashes supporters on you, right? So that's what he's gonna do. The first person to show any sign of like, hey, a Republican, to say, okay, I'm done with this. Watch what's about to happen. You're gonna get all types of threats from the president of the United States. You'll see it. Exactly. And I talk about politics too. I'm going to start making videos on like people like regret voted for him. I actually work with someone who says like they made a mistake. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh, wait, you voted for Trump? Oh, bro. Okay, I want to interview. Yeah, let's do that later. Yo, hit me. Okay. Okay, absolutely. Hit me with your socials. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Again, I'm not gonna tag. I'm not a tag. I actually want to learn from people. Okay. 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 All right, bro. Thanks for being here. Okay. And see you in the next one, okay? Peace. Okay, that was let's see, let's change my scene. Okay, that was really good. I really had a good time. And little boy blue 3000, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being the guinea pig to like test my the link. I said that was really easy. So simply, if anyone wants to hit the link, just let me know in the future. And please, I want to do an interview, okay? I think what I want to do is I want to do a reaction video, and then you can join, and then we can kind of go from there. So if you need compensation for doing that, let me know, okay? Or if you want, we can do an interview, okay? A full just one-on-one interview, okay? Anyway, if anyone wants to, like, you know, if something interesting you want me to try out or do a commentary to, just let me know, okay? Anyway, thanks for being here, and I look forward to see you guys on the next stream.